Hello, 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 humanity. Back once again, right? I wanted to come to you guys yesterday. I got so much interesting information that I wanted to share, and you know the story. It has become familiar, but I have good news. I'm doing pretty well with my exercise, but of course, in terms of it being in terms of it being a part of my mentality now. It's too early to tell, but it's too early to tell. I'm thinking probably 6 months of complete consistency, and then I'll be able to tell if it's a lifestyle because life happens, and we can get so motivated for a week, for a day, for a couple of months, and then we can dwindle back into the to the familiar. But I'm hoping that I so desperately want the exercise to be a lifestyle, just like the eating is a lifestyle. I've been really exploring various recipes. I'm hoping next week to really get on the other side of the natural cheese. I really found a wonderful recipe that it's real simple, very affordable. It calls basically for nothing but cashews, just a little lemon juice, and maybe a couple of droplets of olive oil, and I'm sure that can be substituted for coconut oil as well. I made a real simple apple and beet real simple apple and beet chili. It was so affordable and so simple. The recipe itself, but I stumbled across some really interesting information as I was exploring. I wanted to do a cheesy dipping bread to go with the chili, right? And so I started, flicking through the channels for natural cheeses and things like that. And I came across these two doctors. The first doctor, let's see here. Bear with me, humanity. His name, this is his last name. It's Y like as in yes, and then A like as in apple, and then H like as in hat, and then K like as in king, and then I like as in igloo. And that's his last name. I didn't get his first name. And he was on this gentleman's show called Sway's Universe, and I'm spelling that S like as in Sam, W like as in walk, A like as in apple, Y like as in yes, S like as in Sam, and then universe. That's U like as in Ulysses, N like as in Nancy, I like as in igloo, V like is in very, E like is in egg, R like is in rake, S like is in Sam, and then E like is in egg once again. And the doctor, he talked about how he started out his quest, this healthy journey. He talked about how he was overweight. I think he said he was almost 100 pounds overweight, to be exact. Don't quote me on that, of course. And then he talked about how he really had a risky lifestyle. And he said he fell. He was real young, and he fell out with a heart attack. And he said they put him on so many different drugs, and he said he started getting depressed, and he was having trouble with his intimacy because the drugs, the side effects, they caused him problems, in his with his intimacy, his manhood, and that. And so he started getting desperate. He was sad and depressed, and he started getting desperate. And it seems like that's the case for a lot of us, especially those of us that are in the in the struggle with food. Things, we hit a bump in the road, and we can't go to the left, we can't go to the right, and we're forced to face the dilemma that that we are or have or will be dealing with the food. the food struggle. And he said that he just called around and he started researching all over, and that's when he came across I don't know if it was an established medical center, or he talked about he really emphasized various doctors and what have you. And I think he took a little bit from here, a little bit from there. But go to Sway's Universe and watch the interview. You just have to see this interview, humanity, and make sure that you're not taking anything away, except maybe something that can help you in your diet, and nothing that you don't discuss with your doctor. We need doctors. That's why they're there. So don't go all renegade. That worked for him because. He went on to school after he saw that what he had concocted himself, putting a little bit of this and putting a little bit that together. He went on to school. I think he has well, I know he has his medical degree, but I think he has also a degree in molecular science. And I mean, he's so very well knowledgeable in cells, the way he breaks down the process of what happens to us when we consume all those carbs and all that sugar, and how it almost renders certain parts of our body. It just really, really defeats it in allowing it to do what it needs to do for us. And it was also intriguing and just a wonderful, tranquil feeling to watch this brother Sway. He and some other beautiful sisters, they embraced this doctor and his knowledge. And even if there were maybe any segments at all that they disagreed with, which I find highly unlikely, they were just so just so engaged. And it was really almost like watching Serenity just play out among human beings. It was really, really wonderful. So like I say, whatever you do, consult your physician before you try anything new. And by all means, stick with your doctor. You need your doctor. If you're taking medication and it's doctor prescribed, not unless you maybe suggest to your doctor and see if there's a way that you can maybe reduce your medication or what have you. But that should strictly be a decision between you and your doctor. That should never be a situation where you listen to a podcast and then you just go and just take it upon yourself to implement things and then make yourself sick. Not just you, but your family, friends. Just stay mindful of that. But anyway, it was really, really wonderful to hear this doctor, just break down, and the simplicity of the way this doctor breaks the knowledge down. I mean, I love simplicity anyway, so I guess I'm a little biased. But I mean, if you were a third grader, the way he broke down, the molecular structure of cells, and how, the sugar can be so damaging, how the carbs and the way we prepare our food, and the fat, all of that, together, it really can do a lot of damage. So I really, really hope that humanity, that you guys go by and view his channel. And then I went on further and I found Dr. Berg. Now I'm a follower of Dr. Berg for years, but I hadn't seen him in a while. And so yesterday, when I saw Dr. Yahi, I don't want to pronounce his name wrong, but anyway, after I saw, listen to this young doctor talk, go on and on and on about the cells, then I came across Dr. Berg, and he had highlighted on his, he has quite quite a few subjects on his channel. This particular subject was just so intriguing to me, and so now here it is, and I'm spelling his name. It's Dr. Eric Berg, and that's E like is in egg, R like is in rake, I like is in igloo, and then C like is in cat, Eric. And then his last name is Berg, that's B like is in boy, E like is in egg, R like is in rake, and then G like is in girl. And the particular segment that I got this on, and it was just mind-boggling. It's called. Wait, hold it here. Humanity. I wrote it down just for you guys. Hold on. It's about vitamin B1 deficiency, and I couldn't fathom in my mind that a particular vitamin being deficient of something as simple as, well, I thought it was simple, vitamin B1. There's various ones. You got vitamin B12, and I think maybe, there may be even vitamin B6, but I don't know all of them, but I know it. I would have never, like I say, fathomed in my mind that a deficiency in any vitamin, especially vitamin B1, would cause these many problems. But the particular segment that I looked at, humanity, it's vitamin B1 deficiency. Signs, symptoms, and treatment. That's Dr. Eric Berg, and the segment that you want to go to is vitamin B1 deficiency, signs, symptoms, and treatment. And when I tell you, when Dr. Berg broke down the possibilities that one can enter into simply just having a deficiency in B1, things like ADHD, and of course he never said that if you don't have enough B1 you're going to take, you're going to have ADHD, and he went through a litany of various things, but the deficiency in B1, from what I could understand, it can contribute to, you wouldn't believe it. You really, really, really wouldn't believe the things that a deficiency in B1 can contribute to. So I'm really, really hoping that you'll go to his channel as well, and he gives a lot of graphics and diagrams that really, really let you see in its entirety. Both of them, they're very graphic in their explanations of their findings and what they lean towards. And so and then when they both started talking about the sugar and how especially when they one of the doctors talked about the chronic fatigue that one can get, and the fibromyalgia that can be exaggerated or really, really cause problems, or you can get it from this deficiency. And then I thought about it. Remember when I told you I was sitting in the recliner? As a matter of fact, that was the catalyst for my journey on the eating lifestyle, and sitting there in that chair for 17, 18 hours. Tell me why this doctor didn't break down how he talked about the myelin stiff shift, something like that, I think. And don't quote me on any of this, humanity. Go to the channel and listen to the doctor tell you. And once again, don't try anything without your doctor's permission, and you and your doctor go over anything if you maybe want to consider trying some of the things, and maybe getting rid of such dependency on maybe one or some of your medicine. You should make that an exclusive decision of you and your doctor, your doctor's permission. Well, anyway, I think that's the coating of the cells, and he talks about how that sugar, I hope I'm saying it correctly, I think it can eat it away or break it down or something like that. And I was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? And then keep in mind, before I still don't know, humanity, what that was. I don't believe that was a cold. I can't imagine. It mimicked a cold. It mimicked the flu, but I just can't even imagine what that was. But nevertheless, before I had that encounter. Remember, I was telling you, I was consuming, box of donuts, bag of sugary candy, Snickers, Twix, all of that, and I still love it, and I still, I have my reckless days. I'll still eat it, but that's it, because I don't want the deprivation, so I'll go on and eat it and throw it away. But the eating the way I eat now, it is a lifestyle. It's just like when I prepared the chili. The first thing that came to my mind, what can I integrate that adds extra nutrition? You know what I'm saying? And first thing that came to my mind, I got some beets. I have some. I have some beets, I have some turnips, let me put it in. And when I tell you it was delicious, humanity, I mean, that chili, it really turned out, in my mind, I mean, to my taste buds, it was really, really good. And it was really, really simple. I didn't do anything but, I took 1 can of chickpeas, wash and rinsed, and then I mashed them, and you put them in the blender, you pulse, you don't want them pancake consistency, but you want them mashed. So just think in terms of mashed chickpeas, and then I put my various seasonings on them. Chili seasoning, 2 tablespoons of chili seasoning, 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, 2 tablespoons of onion powder. The what do you call that? I found a real nice Cajun seasoning that didn't have a lot of salt. I put 1 tablespoon of that in, and then I had the buffalo wing sauce, which is really, really hot. I don't know how heated you want your sauce. Then I had paprika. I had about 3 to 4 tablespoons of paprika because I wanted to change the color so it mimicked ground beef. And you can also put in kidney beans if you want to. But remember, I told you I went in with the turnips, and I also went in with the beets. So I really wasn't that keen on putting in the kidney beans. But I am going to eventually make the chili recipe again and put the kidney beans in as well. And then I put in 1 tablespoon of shredded beets. I put in 2 tablespoons of mashed turnips. I put in 1/4 to a half a cup of chopped onions, 1/4 to a half a cup of celery, 1/4 to half a cup of bell pepper. And what I sauteed first, I oiled the skillet, and I sauteed the chickpeas and the vegetables. I sauteed that together first, and also 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce, and that can actually, you can put that in as you saute your chickpeas and your vegetables, and then maybe after about 3 minutes you're going to go in with all of your paprika, like I said, 3 to 4 tablespoons, and you know that you need 4 when the because chickpeas, they're like a beige, like a light beige to a taupe color. You want the chickpeas to turn to like a maroon type color. So like I say, because it's going to mimic ground beef when the color changes. And um, and so I sauteed that for maybe 4 or 5 minutes. The All of the vegetables and the chickpeas, you can saute that for like 4 or 5 minutes, and then go in with your seasonings. And remember, humanity, we talked about that. Your personalization and your customization. The fact that you want your recipe to taste good to you, because that's how I would think. I can only speak for myself, but that's what helped me to change. Part of what helped me to change my mentality as it relates to food. Because if I was just going on the taste of others, that wouldn't help me. But I mimicked recipes, and tailored recipes to things that I like, and remember, well, this happens to be one that was, but a lot of my recipes, they're not aesthetically pleasing. But when you listen to these doctors talk about how sugar and all of those carbs and what they're doing, what they can do to your internal being, I mean, you're going to be flabbergasted. And I don't know how important aesthetics will be after you listen to these doctors talk about our nutritional intake, and or the lack of, as it relates to our health. And then when they said ADHD, I start thinking about the babies, and remember, I implemented that little small section, about trying to, if we could just get one baby to, change their mind early. I really wish I had, felt a certain kind of way about sugar intake, carbs, and all that, been knowledgeable enough, and then had, the access to, make my own little recipes that were sugar free and this, that, and the other. So I'm going to really, really, after listening to the doctors, I'm going to try to do a little bit more, maybe start next week with implement more of the animation with the sugar free characters. So maybe at least one of the babies will, decide at an early age that, they don't want to consume all of the sugar, because there's so many beautiful sugar substitutes, as well as the sweeteners that are sugar free that we can implement when we're doing our homemade things. Well, I have quite a bit to bring to you, humanity, so I'm going to stop here, and then I'll bring you more shortly. Okay, but I really and truly hope that you go to those YouTube channels, and I hope that that if you're in the struggle, if you're out of the struggle, if you're trying to get back in the struggle, that you realize that in the spirit, if nothing else, we're in this thing together, and it's an unspoken sentiment for so many of us that our brothers and sisters, that things are going well for you all, for your family, for your friends, for the world in general. So when I look and see, and I'm really, really, really looking at how so many individuals, not only are they getting on the other side of the eating struggles. I mean, these brothers and sisters are looking good out here, and it's a little bit difficult for some of us. For some of us, it's so slow. We're getting results, but we really have to talk to ourselves so we don't self-sabotage, because these brothers and sisters are looking so good out here, to the point to where getting over their food struggles, that the slowness of our of our journey, we're getting the results, but it's like, wow. And so humanity, we can deal with a little slow gratification, as long as we get there, because we're constantly aware that for some of us, we have to take the long way home. And some may feel like it's unfortunate that we even entertain the thought of shortcuts, because that might not go so well. But the journey, as long as it's completed, humanity, and thinking of you all weekend and wishing you the best. Take care of yourself. With that being said, all right.